sir. Geeks all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geeked. We encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, it's the guy that's not in 16-bit. I swear to y'all. It's your boy Real. Got my cuz Wiil in the building. Got BA in the building and Big J also here with us as well. Listen, man, we got a good one for y'all today. And if y'all guys are into geek content, movies, television, all them good things, we ask you, please hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also, to everybody, hit them likes for us today, man. We got a good one today, y'all. We got a lot to get into here. It's Marvel news, DC news, alien news. Y'all already know, man. But listen, before we get into all of that, we got to start it off like this. There was a BJ showing off her usual. There was a show that came out here this week. 4 episodes. We're talking about this show right here, y'all. Marvel Zombies. All right. So guard your brains out here. Pause. Check it out. We about to talk about this, man. It was only 4 episodes, man. If you haven't seen the 4 episodes but you want to stick around and talk more Marvel Zombies with us, I'm warning you now. Spoilers. Oh, you've been warned. Disclaimer on the screen. Here we go. So listen, we're going to give our thoughts on Marvel Zombies. And then at the end of the conversation, we're going to give our Kaioken rating 1 through 10. All right, cuz, what's on your guard your brain mind out here, man? About this Marvel Zombies show, I should say, movie show.
So first and foremost was Blade. The combination of Blade and Moon Knight was fantastic. I didn't know that was a character that I need on TV. It's absolutely a character that needs to pop up more often. Probably be hard to do after with him dying in episode 4, but they still need to figure out a way to make that happen more often. Finally got to see Mahershala Ali as a Blade. It's animated version, but it had his face, had his voice. So that wasn't his voice?
No, that was another guy. We all don't sound alike. We all don't sound alike.
Well, it was close enough. But he did good, he did very good. But it was I absolutely enjoyed it having the combo of Moon Knight and Blade, because that sword work in the first episode going against Ghost. He's that dude. It's like, yeah, this combination it was fantastic. And then going through from episode to episode, they had how they had the through 3 where they had Namor in the water and putting in that work, walking through everybody. When he broke through the little cage that was supposed to contain the Hulk, he said, "This is a problem." And he was just walking through everybody, which could be expected with just the power that he already had. Having Thor when he actually started fighting was fantastic. It reminded me of the Infinity War where he showed up and then ended up fighting Hulk at the end. But they did a really good job, and it just the nervousness of like each of these Avengers falling. And just as they're falling, it's just one after the other gets stronger as they're falling. It's like it was just sickening just to see it. But the ending does give an idea that there's going to be another season. It has to be. It can't just end that way. Just to because like it ended with the way that it ended. Not every story has to be a happy ending. But for this one, it's like it's animated, so why would it not have a happy ending eventually? So definitely hoping that they do end up giving us additional seasons to get to the happy ending format. But it was a great show, fantastic show. What you got, Big J?
First of all, this was supposed to be a movie, but Sony screwed that up.
What did you say?
Huh?
Who did what?
Sony. Now, because they said that that's why they made it 2 hours, because they wanted it to be a movie. And they said Sony came in like, you can't put Spider-Man in no movie. We don't look for Spider-Man in a movie. We got an animated movie coming out in 10 years. So y'all need to stop. So they were like, oh, okay. Which I was like, messing up stuff again. But I did like I said, I liked it. I love Blade Knight. Blade Knight was cold. I loved Lexi.
I'm trying to make your own names up.
No, that's what they called him. That's what they were calling him. Was Blade Knight.
Yeah, they was calling him Blade Knight.
Yeah,
I love it.
I like it too.
That's a good name. That's a good name.
It is. I like it.
I mean, think about it too. The fact that he's one of. I would almost want to see Blade Knight versus when old boy became when the Ghost Rider became the Avatar of Galactus.
Wasn't
that Robert Reyes? Wasn't it? Wasn't that Robert Reyes?
No, that was it was Frank Castle.
Oh, okay. I see. That'd be
not Galactus more. Space. No, what is it?
Because it was it was
Cosmic Ghost Rider. Cosmic Ghost Rider. I'm blanking. I can't believe I forgot his name. But yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider. That's what it was. Frank Castle.
Yeah, but like I said, I like the show. I like the fact that it was not. They didn't cheap out on the blood and the guts and the gore.
They did not.
I felt BA should have been happy because everybody died. So I think also people missed out on it because I was watching other reviews and I saw where they were missing out on something because everybody thought that at the end they thought that was a mistake when they showed Riri running at her and the glitches. And people didn't realize that when Riri was being attacked, she injected herself with something. She said, "I hope this works," and she injected herself, and then she kept fighting. So I don't think she ever turned, but they just assumed she was dead. But that was her at the end in real life trying to reach out to her and trying to break through. But like I said, people didn't understand that.
Well, that was a direct parallel from WandaVision when the agent dude was trying to break through to Wanda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but like I said, it was a couple of reviews said something like, "Oh yeah, that was her." They thought she was imagining. I'm like, "No, dude." I'm like, she was saying right before they got to her, she was like, she stuck herself in her arm. She said, "I hope this works," and then she was there at the end. So I think, I mean, it's kind of sad because the girl kind of gave up and gave in to Wanda.
Yeah,
but Wanda also is so powerful. I like the fact that Wanda was able to, even as a zombie, still do the glamour thing where she could make herself look normal, sound normal. They got Elizabeth Olsen back. Yeah. Also, I like people that kind of slept on the fact when they got F. Murray Abraham to come back and play Khonshu again, and because he's that dude is an amazing actor, but he was playing that part kind of crazy. He was like, I can't believe.
Yeah,
you guys
on the show a little bit.
Odds now. It's like, oh, okay.
I mean, that's how he kind of sound on the show a little bit.
Yeah, he was like, I said, I've been gone so long. They could have got me. They should have hired me.
Khonshu. Oh, come on. Come on in here.
And they all up there.
I'm a bad.
I was saying they all up in there eating people. I'm like, how y'all accept from Wanda? That was when they did that reveal and they looked at
they didn't know.
But all
remember Dr. What's the name? Dr. Strange even kind of fell for that a little bit in was it Multiverse of Madness? When only reason why he figured it out because she said something that kind of caught his attention, like, oh, and she's like, that's right, I didn't tell you her name, did I? And he was like, yeah. Then she's like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and just take this away. But what you got?
And that's why Wanda is so powerful, right? That's why whenever you can warp people's mind and thinking that they're in pure bliss, and it's not that is a tough power. That is a very, very tough power. That's the type of thing that you can kind of see it in other renditions, like I'm offering you utopia. It's not really that, but you think it is. That's all that matters. But this series, this 4-part show that was a movie that Sony, like you said, said no movie word here. It was very nicely done. We got the younger Avengers that we was kind of looking for. I love to see all three of them on the screen like that.
I was thinking the same.
They kind of interacted very well together. So I can see the real life versions of them actually doing something if they ever get to that point and they're not young anymore. So just champions or whatever it is you want to, the remainders, I take that at this point because there's whoever remains after
the remainders
else.
That's a good
so I think that played very well. I like the upgrade to Kate. Her accuracy is very they kind of downplayed it. She was like gaining it during the show with the Hawkeye show, but it's like it's there, now. So shout out to that growth that they showed. So maybe you can just piggyback off of this, and she's there once we see her in real life again. Riri was just a continuation from Ironheart. Like, yo, she really is that good when it comes to figuring things out, tinkering and all that. Like, I love that.
Hold on, yeah. You talking about her? People can't relate. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, man. I don't want to sound foreign right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking English. But so that was to me that was a great start. And just as they continued on through the series, we understood what we was getting. We was getting some people was going to die, and people was going to get torn apart, ripped to shreds, and all those things. And it was people dying that I didn't even expect the way they died. So it was just a good 4-part joint. I love the ending. I love the Hulk reveal. Like, who's the baddest person in the universe right now? It's the Infinity Hulk. Like, he's he's all powerful, whatever. It would be him, right? Like, you go through like, who would it be? It'd be Hulk. So that was believable for me. And the fact that Wanda had to get the Asgardians because she just needed a stronger soldier force. Like, oh well, yeah, that plays. A lot of things were just playing well. So I didn't necessarily have too many. The only issue I really had was Miss Marvel. I don't know, because this is the second time that I'm seeing this, almost third. It was an Avengers game that came out a few years ago. It was god awful. It was trash, but they centered everything around Miss Marvel. I was like, that's interesting. And in this show, it centers around, it's Wanda's show, but it centered it around Miss Marvel. Why is she so deified in a sense that everything is being centered around her amongst the other superheroes that's out there? I mean, I can see the Bengals thing, but that's just the ornament. That's just that's an accessory. Like, it's not her. It's an accessory that goes to her. I don't get it. She doesn't use her powers the way she should. I'm not even talking about the comic book version of it. Even this rendition of Miss Marvel, like, they showed at the very end when she can kind of she can use her light force to put it into like a blade in a sense. What you could have wiped out thousands if you can do that type of manipulation. Just
slice them all.
Just slice them all and just keep it going. And it was like you just did that at the very end. She frustrates me, and she's not going nowhere, so she's going to continue to frustrate me. But besides her, everybody else was straight for me. So this was just I wish they continued this some kind of way. I wish this was an indication that maybe y'all should put some more resources to Marvel Animation and see what they do there. DC has their own animation line, and it's great, right? We see the DC movies and things like that. Marvel probably should put a little bit more time into that and watch how many more viewers you get on the low, because it's rewatchable. A lot of these animations are rewatchable. So because you can do certain things, you can take certain risks. You ain't got to worry about Tom Holland getting hurt. As long as he can talk, he good to go. That kind of a thing. So that's what I hope. That's what I hope from this series. It shows the importance of Marvel animation.
Yeah, there's a lot that BA said I kind of wanted to piggyback off on. So the only negative I had about this show was kind of the pacing. I didn't like how they didn't let a lot of relationships breathe. It was kind of like hey, they're together. Okay, now next, they're together. Next, it's like, okay, just kind of, can we let that develop a little bit? They didn't have time. And before I started, like, how you can go to the main page, you see how many episodes they got. I saw how they had 4, and I was looking at the one thing that was stood out to me is how long each episode was. So I kind of had an idea that was going to end up happening if you're telling me each episode was like 35 minutes long or whatever. So I kind of had a feeling like he wasn't going to really give those times for those relationships to kind of like develop a little bit more, or give each scene kind of time to breathe or whatever. Kind of figured that was going to happen. But other than that, like, I like the show, man. Like you said, BA, you know how they always tell you, man, people gonna be dying. You're like, oh, okay, zombie people gonna die. But when you see it, you're like, oh, people gonna die. Oh, okay, I got you. From the beginning, when Kate died, I'm like, yo, hold on. Y'all not messing around. Okay, I apologize. You got my attention now. I thought this, like you said, I thought they were gonna be the 3 main ones of the show and all that. Yep. They were gonna live. They said, nah, we gonna go ahead and kill her off just real quick. We thought Riri died, like you said at the beginning. We thought she died, so we thinking like, yo, they not playing around. They had Icarus on there. He was a zombie. I thought that maybe he was like,
no. Remember, he was just an organic, but he couldn't die. He wasn't a zombie.
Oh well, I mean, he wasn't like
Captain
normal
Marvel.
Icarus though. Yeah, Captain Marvel was yes.
Was a
He
zombie,
was a zombie, yeah.
and they had an endless war. So he never deteriorates, he never stops, and she's a zombie, so she never gets tired. So they have a quote unquote endless war in that area.
I thought he was gonna kind of like help them out or whatever, and like you said, he stayed there with them. I don't even know if they died or because they had like a big old explosion at the end or whatever. So I don't know what happened. They just kept colliding or whatever. You seen them lights in the sky just kept going at it or whatever. But yeah, they got my attention with that first death. I was like, yo, and anyway, like you said, the way she died, I'm like, God dang.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, they're not messing around. So then when they started kind of going through, and everybody else, like I said, single-handedly started dying and all that stuff throughout the show. I'm like, yo, okay, they really taking out of the comics with all this, man. Because like you said, a lot of folks died. But I think everybody died in the original. I think other than the Black Panther, because Black Panther led it. They kept like using him to go back to who was that? It was Spider-Man? No, it was Deadpool, wasn't it? They kept in the comics. They kept going back to the Black Panther, cutting out pieces of them and like eating it or whatever, so they can kind of sustain their hunger or whatever. I forgot who it was, but he was alive. Which is why he didn't have a leg in the show.
Vision.
It was like kind of like
a
was it Vision that was doing that?
Vision was chopping up the body pieces of Black Panther and Ant-Man to give to Wanda in the first Marvel zombies, not the comic books, but in the what if.
Oh yeah. Oh, what if? Yeah, I'm talking about in the comics. It was I can't remember who it was. They was using him. I want to say it was. I want to say Spider-Man. I don't think it was, but somebody. Like I said, somebody had him. Which, like I said, in the show, we had him with that leg. That was kind of like an homage to him in the comic, because whoever it was cutting him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Was cutting him up and eating his body or whatever. So, I kind of figured they were gonna have him in here and he wasn't gonna say anything. But when they showed it in the show, they showed how how he died or whatever, sacrificing. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense or whatever. The fact that Thanos was no joke, man, when he came back as a zombie. Remember, we saw that clip in What If. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of started off from there, and I was like, "Yo, what the?" I said, "Man," and then as you saw, Black Panther was like, "Yo," they started to kind of figure it out too. He was sitting there testing the glove and all that, testing out each of the stones and stuff. I'm like, "Oh man, if he figured this out, it's a wrap." And then of course, that played into what happened in the rest of that series. The fact that the vibranium combining with the Infinity Stones caused that rift or whatever, and then of course the Hulk had to go in there to absorb the powers of the Infinity Stone. And I'm glad it was an actual Hulk and not Professor Hulk or whoever, Hawaiian t-shirt wearing barbecue Hulk or whatever. I'm glad it wasn't that. It was actual Hulk. Like you said, one thing I love too was the moon. We call it Blade Knight. I like that, man. Did not know he was gonna die at the end. He kind of died in a cold way too. With Thor, bro. Thor just walking and just beam him like, oh man. The way Rocket and them died when they came back to Earth or whatever, like just like in Infinity War, they came in and they saved the day, and all of a sudden they died. I'm like, dang. Who else? There was a couple other ones too, man.
Well, let me quickly say, like, I think, and I like to hear what you guys had to say with this one. Who had the illest scene? Like, to me, like Namor, when he went off, when Namor went off and killing everybody.
When he went inside into the raft.
Yeah, yo, he was getting.
He walking through everybody.
Yo, that was crazy.
Yeah,
bro. When they showed Okoye was standing up there on that dock over the sea, and they were just standing there, and she said something like, "Oh, they think they can get away." Then all of a sudden, you see they pan to Namor sitting in his chair, had his head down, and he raised his head up, and he showed them eyes. I'm like, "Oh man, boy!" And so he had the raft just. That's another thing, man. What's the boy name?
Zemo.
Zemo is a dirty dude, boy.
Yeah.
It's the end of the world, and you ever still holding grudges, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, come on, Zemo. And then you would think too,
heroes.
Like he's talking about, the heroes can save, but I'm thinking like, oh, okay, Zemo got to change your heart. He tried to sacrifice him. Like, bro, come on, Zemo. You could have used him to actually help you fight against these people. You could have survived a little bit longer. He ain't thinking that way. Just take them all at once and then they die. Like, come on, Zemo. So when he died in the show, I was like, good. What you get, man, for being stupid. But yeah, that was crazy. Then we had your boy John Walker before he got the super soldier serum. You know what I'm saying? He was Zemo's right hand man or whatever. And so, but yeah, like I said, the show was pretty good, man. I don't know if it's gonna be a season 2, but the ending was kind of crazy to me. I don't know what that meant. Like, was it real? Was it not real? Like, what was going on? Can't hear you, BJ.
I can't hear you.
BJ, you muted.
They were trying to tell you that everything was fake. So Wanda.
So hold on. So the zombie apocalypse was fake.
No, the zombie apocalypse
that's
continued
real.
on when they had her sitting there with her friends and everything back. That was all fake. When Riri was trying to break through, when they had those flashes, there was still zombies everywhere. That's real. It's just Wanda basically cast a spell to make everything look like everything was normal. It was a glamour.
Oh, so that's why she needed Hulk's power to do it on a massive scale. Pretty well.
Because Hulk had absorbed all the infinity power, and then I guess she needed to tap into the power that O'Gara had from the Nord dimension to finally cap it enough to do whatever she needed to do.
So the thing I didn't understand is, let's say that that's the case. If they're sitting there and it's fake or whatever, wouldn't the real zombie be eating them while they're sitting there?
But she's probably controlling them to keep what's her name alive. To be able to keep that power.
So maybe Wanda was probably being a good guy then the whole time.
She's not, but she's keeping Khan alive to be able to keep control. Because without Khan, she can't control that power.
I'm trying to figure out why.
Just to control it. She can't have all that power without Khan. So she wants
no, but why Kamala though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think, like I said, I think it's her ability to tap into that other dimension. Remember, in Marvel, in the MCU, she can tap into the Nord dimension. You know, even though the Bangles were just an original conduit, but remember, she has the power outside. That's why she's a mutant. So it's not just the Bangles.
Yeah, now she's a mutant.
Yeah, well, they said it officially in the thing, and then when Iman Vellani was writing the new
when she died in the comic, and they retconned it when they brought her back. So
well, she wrote that.
Yeah, I would say because she was an Inhuman or whatever for the longest. Remember, she got exposed to the Terrigen Mist or whatever, and then she died in the comic, and then also they brought her back and retconned her and made her a mutant because she had that X-Men X on the little build or whatever.
But I'm gonna say, she wrote that though. She wrote that series. The actress, they had her come. She was writing. Yeah, she was writing for Ms. Marvel. So she wrote, I think about 2 years ago, she wrote a run where when they had her become a mutant and all that. She was writing on that run with the other people.
Oh, okay. So she the one decided to change him to a mutant.
I think Feige, because they don't want to touch the Inhumans, they kind of want to let that die out after Black Bolt. And
bro, that's what I'm gonna ask you. You think they'll bring back the Inhumans after they reboot everything?
Probably. I think you'll see the other folks first. I think you're gonna see the Eternals before the Inhumans.
Oof. Yeah.
No, but I mean they talk about that Judgment thing. I think we're gonna see the Eternals again, and then maybe Inhumans at some point. But Ike Pearl might have screwed that up so bad with that terrible show. You know.
But I'm still mad about that, bro. I actually went to the movie theater and saw the first 3 episodes or 2 episodes or whatever. Boy, my wife almost left me that day, boy. I was like, I don't believe this, man. I don't believe I went to the movies and saw it. I'm thinking hey, it's gonna be an IMAX, it's gonna be fire, man. I was sitting there like, what in the world? I didn't even watch the show after I saw that movie. I'm not watching this, bro. This is trash, man.
You know, they hit it. They hit it on Disney Plus for a while. It was not on the main menu. Like you had to dig and search for it.
Nobody needs to suffer, Big J. Nobody needs to suffer. They don't deserve that, man.
They buried that along with Song of the South. You know what I mean?
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into these Kaioken ratings. All right, cuz, what do you give it, man, on the Kaioken scale rating of 1 to 10?
Give it a 8.5 to a 9. Fantastic show, rewatchable, and definitely need a part 2.
All right, BA, what you got?
I'm gonna go with a strong 8.75.
Okay.
If it was centered around somebody else, it would have been a little bit better for me. Like I said, I might have got a grudge against Miss Marvel. At least this rendition of her. So I'm gonna call it that.
Right.
But did people die? Yeah, you know what? I'm taking it back. I'm giving it a 9.25 because so many people died. I'm gonna try to go with the highest so far because I got to that. So what you got, Big J? 9.25 for me.
I was gonna give it a 9, just in honor of all your people dying, because everybody died. You know what I'm saying? So I figured, it had to get at least a 9. It was gory, it was fun. When Spider-Man threw all them webs and ripped the zombie heads off, I mean, that alone should have got you up to a 9.5 on your scale of killing. You know what I'm saying?
Spider-Man. Yeah.
What about when Blade sliced Hank Pym in half? That was cold.
That was cool. I needed more of that. I needed more of that.
But I gave
Ghost fight.
Huh?
That ghost fight.
The ghost fight was cool.
Yeah,
that was crazy. That was a crazy fight.
But Hank Pym,
that's when you knew Blade needed a movie right there.
Yeah,
he does, and they need to do the Midnight Suns. We need to see Moon Knight, Blade, all that. That has to happen.
Need to see Midnight Suns after this.
Facts. Listen. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, BJ. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say. Like I said, I gave it a strong 9. The only thing I agreed that the pacing was rushed. They didn't develop their relationships. Like I said, they probably needed 2 more episodes to flesh it out and let it.
Maybe 3, but 2 for sure. Yeah.
If they gave us a good 2, another hour worth of that wouldn't have been too much. I wouldn't be like, oh man, this is dragging. I think it would have been great, because I mean, like you said, it was we're together, now we're together. It is like a fight, and I'm like, yeah, come on, man, that's not.
How this relationship get together? Because it's like they put us right in the middle of like the inside jokes with each other and all that type of stuff. It's like we didn't even see how that I kind of like anything. We didn't see none of that. So. No, I agree with y'all. I kind of agree with BA too on the whole Kamala. I don't hate Kamala. It's just I was just wondering like why is she so important? I'm still confused on that. It's like when she kept saying like, "Oh, I need Kamala." It's like, why though? I don't understand why she is so important. And if you tell me the Bengals, it's like, well, I thought the 10 rings was important too. You seen Shang-Chi out here throwing them. You know what I'm saying? Like little projectiles or something. So I'm just like, I did not understand that part. But for me, man, I'm gonna give it a Kaioken rating. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Like Hood said, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. The one thing that set this show, man, up was the action. The action in this show was damn good, man. I like that one scene where what was Black Widow's mom's name? I forgot her name, but she was able to control the zombies and all that.
Oh, she kind of not Yelena. I forgot her name.
I forgot her name, but when she was on the other side of that steel wall or whatever, and she started controlling the zombies, and y'all kind of turned their head towards Okoye, and she's like, "Oh no, you ain't gonna outpower, the zombie queen or whatever." And all of them started turning their head back toward her. I said, "Oh man, come on, bro." I don't know why she didn't do that on the other side of the wall. Control them on the other side of the wall. She want to get on the side with him and like, yeah, look what I can do. She's like, oh, that's cute. Look what I can do. And all of them just turn their head back, looking at her like, you got anything else? You don't? Still go get the chewing.
The fact that Okoye let her do that, which means she already knew, because she could have just spared it from jump. Just as soon as she started to do the bop, it would have been over. So
she like,
that was a cute
little
little scene.
She's like, oh yeah, that's cute. That's cute. Look what I can do. And they all turn their head back towards her. I'm like, yo. And she tried to hurry up and do it real quick. Koye said, nope. Spear straight through her. But yeah, man. Oh man, you saw the Captain America Red Guardian fight, man. Captain America got half a body. He using his shield and spinning around the shield behind it, like blocking the bullets. I'm like, God, this dude weird, man. Yeah, I said the action was fire in this show, man. Probably better than any action scenes in What If, in my opinion. But yeah, I'll give it I say 8.5. I'll give it 8.5. All right, fellas. We're gonna get some of these main topics here, man. So check it out. We got James Bond. Denis Villeneuve plans to cast an unknown actor to play James Bond in the new James Bond movie. So they were saying that how they had people who got ideas of who it can be. They start throwing out these famous names and all that stuff. They're saying they're going with an unknown young actor. They're gonna try to go more in James Bond's like kind of earlier days before he kind of was known as the guy we know now, whatever. So they're gonna try to go for more unknown actors. So kind of get y'all's opinion on that, man. Cuz what you think, man? You like that idea, or would you like for them to go for a more known actor?
Outside of Idris Elba, I like it. Because I was hoping like if they go for the next Bond, let it be Idris. But with them going with a new, with an unknown is smart. Just because that's what a lot of shows are starting to do or planning to do. Because like even with X-Men, they're going to go with unknowns. So more and more shows, I think, and IPs are going to just trust the IP itself to carry the weight of it, and then let these young unknown actors, actresses to grow into the role to where eventually they can be known as that role. So I think that's a smart way of doing it. That's also what has grown a lot of the IPs as well, is the fact that they started off as a unknown actors, actresses, and then have grown into it. So it's by far one of the smarter ways. It's probably a way of cost cutting as well, because then you won't have to pay the actor as much. But I outside of the cost of it, I think it's a fantastic way of doing it. It's kind of like what you were saying. I forgot what roles it was, like I think for Batman or whatever. But you don't want to have these superstars in these particular roles, and all you see is the superstar themselves that happen to be playing this role. Yes, you want to see the IP itself being carried. So fantastic idea doing it that way.
What you got, BA?
So when it comes to 007, like that's a brand now, right? That's an entity that is something that we all know about. So you don't need a high actor for this one. You just need someone that looks the part, someone that isn't black. I don't know why people keep saying it. Just no, this
British.
guy gotta
it works.
go. No sir, no sir.
Yeah,
no,
you
sir.
trying to call some fights on there online.
Going behind the scenes into these white power establishments, and this 6 feet tall black dude is going to stand out like a sore thumb. No, we don't have to race swap this one. He's perfectly fine the way he is, and so like I said, it's he needs to be somewhat of a heartthrob for the ladies, because that's what 007 does. He gets the ladies. And he gotta be athletic enough to look like he can pull off some stunts, look like he can kick somebody's what it is. So I think Sean Connery put the 007 on the map. Obviously, they let Pierce Brosnan get away with it for a little bit, and then Daniel Craig kind of took it over. But you don't necessarily need somebody for that. You let 007 make the name, versus you have a name that's playing 007. I think that's the way it should go.
You got Big J.
First of all, in response to BA's blasphemy, I'm going to go ahead and suggest John Boyega to be 007, since we're gonna go real black. You know what I'm saying? And younger. To counteract this foolishness and anti-black rhetoric that we have going on out here. But it makes sense for multiple reasons. And it was somebody did a whole video about how the studios are looking at these IPs. That, like, even when Marvel reboots, they're not going to go with a bunch of superstars, because they've learned from the Robert Downey Jr. $50 million for 13 minutes of screen time foolishness. And what they want to do now is they're going to go to, like, not just DC, but even what they were doing in the beginning. I mean, nobody knew who Hugh Jackman was before Wolverine. He was nobody.
Yeah.
A lot of those actors were nobodies before they got the parts. And like, if you look at what DC did, I mean, with Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, even though she had been in the Fast and Furious movies, you know what her salary was for the first Wonder Woman? She made $300,000. David Cornsweet made and that movie made $850 million. David Cornsweet, he made $750,000 for Superman. Once again, movie made over $600 million. That's how you make movies profitable, not, oh, let's go cast the superstar we got to pay $40-50 million for and hope that we make $1 billion. You have to, or a cast of $20 to $50 million superstars. You cast a bunch of unknown up and coming actors, because what they have to believe is that the IP is the star. You are a means to convey the message of our IP, but the IP is the star. Batman is the star. You are not the star, or Superman or Wonder Woman. Any of those, that's the star. You're just playing in a world that we created already, and we're gonna give you the privilege of developing your career through that, and you can hopefully spin off into something else. But that's what you need to do as a studio if you want to be profitable when the movie revenues are down, as they have been the last few years.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like I said, for me, man, I just want a good movie. And it sounds like what they're trying to do is get a younger guy. Like you said, it is definitely cheaper to go that route. You get not somebody who just ain't never acted before, but we're talking about somebody who's not like a household name. I think that's pretty much what they're saying. Like we heard those rumors about Tom Holland. I'm thank God it's not Tom Holland, bro. I do not want Tom Holland to be James Bond. I'm sorry, bro. I like Tom, but nah, he's not. That's not it. They already miscast him for what was that? Uncharted. Like yeah, that too. Like nah, I'm good, bro. I'm one of those people, man. Like I said, I don't care who they cast, except for Idris Elba. I don't want Idris Elba. I'm stay away from all that, bro. We don't need to have that. We like I said, people online gonna flip out and all that stuff. Everything gonna shut down. They gonna bomb the United States. That happened, bro. And we're not even from Britain. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it's gonna turn out. We don't need all that. Get somebody, man, who can definitely act. They want somebody who they can probably have, because y'all know they always sign those James Bond actors like 10-year deals or whatever. So whoever's gonna be James Bond has to be James Bond for at least 10 years. So that's why I say, man, listen, for me, I like it. Vinny Del New being a director, I like it. Right now, they're doing pretty well on deciding on what they want to do as far as how they want to move forward with James Bond, man. So I'm liking it. We never seen James Bond at the beginning. I kind of wonder how early they're gonna do. Like they're gonna do like as soon as his first day at as a spy or whatever, or are they talking about doing like kind of like how Superman is. Like yeah, Superman's been a hero for like 2-3 years or whatever. Are they gonna go that route? So I'm kind of wondering how they're gonna do that. I'd rather them do it like okay, yeah, he's been a spy for about 2 or 3 years or whatever. He done this one case, and all of a sudden that case kind of put him on the map. And then he went from there. I kind of hope they do something like that. Not know, well, 17 in high school, he thinking about being nah, we don't need none of that, bro. Just we ain't gotta see him in the military, none of that, bro. Just put him in 2-3 years as a 00 agent or whatever, man, and we can go from there. That's how I kind of look at it.
All right, can I throw one thing at you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we at least have James Bond be played by an American actor, since all our superheroes are British? Can we do that? Get some payback? You know what I'm saying? If we can't get a black one, can we at least get an American to play James Bond?
So I guess
because Spider-Man is British. Who else is British? Spider-Man is British. Superman was British for a while.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is British. I mean, we can't get an American to play any of our parts, so come on now. Let's go on over there. Let's put some tariffs on it.
No, you didn't hear? They talking about they want the actor to be British.
Yeah, but there has been a non-British James Bond before.
Yeah, Sean Connery was Scottish.
Well, no, that still counts. That's still from the UK, from the Isles. But I'm talking about George Lazenby was Australian. He was one of the OGs.
Oh,
he was an Australian actor. So
that's close enough to British.
That's it's still colony. in the Commonwealth. But I'm saying, they could get somebody else. We used to be a colony. At least go get a Canadian in, dog. Go make it close.
Yeah, because folks were throwing out like not Gerard Butler. What's the boy name? They played Elvis. I'm blanking on his man's name. Last name Butler.
Oh,
what's his name? I know you're talking about.
But yeah, so there were people. There was like his name was thrown out there. Like I said, he American. There's a few other people who are American. They were throwing out. What's my guy name? They played the Twisters. Glenn Powell. Yeah, they threw his name out there and all that. So when they had released that statement saying like, no, they want a younger James Bond, more unknown, and they want him to actually be British. Oh, thank you, Austin Butler. They want him to be British. They was like, yeah, nah, we not doing that, bro. I was like, dang, okay. So like you said, y'all can portray us, but we can't do y'all. Oh, okay, pause. But this is what it is. But yeah, I got the young I want to add on that.
Yeah, that's a tough one as far as who to play on, because like I said, it has to be a non-common or household name for Bond. So yeah, that's a tough one to figure out.
Yeah, because think about it, Daniel Craig wasn't like a household name when he became Bond. So, and now all of a sudden everybody see him as Bond. You know what I mean? So, and that also helped with him and his other movie roles and stuff like that. Now he got a whole nother franchise with Ryan Johnson and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, Cowboys and Aliens was Big J's favorite movie.
Who?
Yeah, he got the
Cowboys and Aliens.
He got the director's edition.
I heard
Great Harrison Ford. I can't miss.
No, they said it was gonna take your boy from from BA's favorite movie. What was that?
Showgirls.
No,
man.
your boy who played in Craven. They said he was in the
Oh
running.
yeah, he was 102. Yeah,
He was though. He was though. Yeah.
And I like you said, Craven was your favorite movie of all time. You said you got the poster and you got the little lion skin. You gonna wear that for Halloween, right? The
I
lion
do
skin
have it.
vest.
I do have it. I do have it. The vest. The hair actually comes up to around here. You know,
Yeah,
it's
you
pretty
gotta,
tight.
you gotta sit in the chair with the six pack.
With the arm like this.
Yep.
All right, fellas, let's get ahead and get to these quick hits. Well, check it out, y'all. We finally got confirmation. All right. The Avengers Secret Wars will reportedly begin filming in early 2026. So I guess that goes along with that whole back-to-back filming thing that we talked about. Them shooting you back to back. We already knew that already. But what you think about this one, Big J?
I think they should have did back to back. Probably, honestly, I think while you have all the actors together before anybody gets a chance to get hurt or anything else, so there'll be a scheduling conflict. You just book them people for 9 months straight to shoot both the movies, have them in the can, and work on your CG for the second movie while the first one's out, and you letting that breathe. That would have made the most sense.
Yeah, I mean this is pretty much back to back. It's just only a couple months or a few months or whatever. They just finished shooting.
Yeah,
And
but
so
anything.
now,
Remember last time didn't COVID happen before? And they was like, oh shoot, when they were trying to do Black Panther, they was like they had to. They remember they were having issues and all that kind of stuff. So they should have ran them all back to back. Some of them people
no,
getting pretty.
that's what I'm saying. That's what they're pretty much doing.
Yeah, but I mean they giving it a break because they finished. They wrapped shooting 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Another one, and you wait until early 2026, so you may have a 3 month
Probably
break.
probably like
Somebody
January.
could go skiing, or you know what I'm saying, and we know how that white water rafting or hiking or something, and then bam, what we looking at, you know?
What you got, BA?
I think it's pretty smart, to be honest with you, because they're waiting to the release of Doomsday, and they might need to do some writing adjustments. They might need to do a lot of you would have to do so much reshoots. If you wait to do it, yeah, like you might want to take it into a whole different direction. But if you film both of them back to back, it's like, well, we kind of stuck with this wherever we're going with, and we got to see this through. So when you have the early 2026 is like, okay, we do have some time in case we need to do some last minute adjustments to the script, to this, to that, and then we can go ahead on and start filming that based off of the reactions that they could be getting from Doomsday. So it does give them a window of adjustment. And I see Big J shaking your head. What am I missing here?
Doomsday comes out in December. If they still shooting in early 2026, Doomsday won't be out yet. They won't have any reactions to Doomsday when they start shooting.
Yeah, this movie.
I saw that and thought 27. I apologize. I thought I seen that and thought 2027. So I apologize for that. So okay, so if it's early this upcoming year and Doomsday is not coming out this year, then why not have it back to back then? I stand corrected on that one. I said I saw it. It do say 2020. I assumed because of the break, okay, it's gonna be 2027. So they're waiting for after Doomsday. No, this is in a few months. Just do it now. You still got everybody. Maybe somebody's contract got in the way, so they can only have certain people for a certain amount of time. And then they said, okay, they might want to go on break. These are actors, they got to do their thing. All right, take a few months off and then come back. That's my final statement when it comes to that.
When this movie come out?
December 2020. So the first comes out December 2026.
Oh, so both of them December.
Yeah.
December.
A year apart.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, we did talk about that. I was like, I don't know why I thought it was coming out in like May or something like that the next year. But yeah, what you got, cuz?
I agree with Big J. They should have. You have them go ahead, build out a contract to keep them all together, have them well paid. Also put in the contract, kind of like what I think it was the Kansas City did with Mahomes. He can't play basketball. You gotta do the same thing with these actors. You can't go skiing. You can't do whitewater rafting. You gotta keep your butt safe.
No
But yeah, they
buffets.
should have just exactly like y'all sit next to me. But yeah, they should have just did it all straight together. It would allow for them to do whatever rewrites need to happen. Have great cleanup as far as your CGI to perfect it, because you'll have over a year for that as well. It's basically you can literally have that movie sitting on the shelf ready to go for about a year or a year and a half or whatever it is before you actually release it. Because at that point, it'll be game time for you. So yeah, to me it made no sense to be able to split it up like that. As far as that much time frame, because unless it is the Spider-Man situation, that's what pushed it back. But contract-wise, I think it definitely should have been right together. Just film them together. It'll minimize any additional issues. You won't even with this one, you wouldn't be in a rush because it's so much time between your filming, your reshoots, and when the movie releases. Like at this point, you're taking your time looking for any mistakes, making sure everything is perfect at that point. No plot holes or anything. So yeah, it's weird to have a 3 to 4 month separation between the two.
I just want to say before I start that all of y'all are the cold heartedest people of all time. Y'all know these people been filming since April, man. Let them folks have a break, man. It's only 3 months. What are we doing? Look, man. Let's just say, let's say that they don't have a break. All right, and you see how long it took the Doomsday to get filmed. So that means these people will be on set for like a year. Yeah, let these folks have it. Spend time with their families and stuff, man, and go relax and all that stuff.
Go with them.
How much is Robert Downey Jr. making for this movie?
Bro, I'm not bringing my family on this set to say, "Hey, go sit over in the corner till Daddy get done." Like, I'm not doing that,
sit right here.
$100 million.
Daddy gonna be working for like a year and a half, y'all. Just go sit over there. Like, I ain't never get to see you. No, I got to work on this movie for a year and a half, so I won't nobody get mad at me.
So could he not fly your family with you if you're making $100 million for 2 movies you can't?
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I listen, my family want to go to Disney World. They don't want to be sitting up here on set for a year and a half. Man.
They got a Disney World in Paris. It's right down the street.
Or look, hold on, forget Disney World. You walking on Avengers campus right now. You surrounded by all the Avengers
right
now.
Disney World.
So shut up, Disney World. All this. Look, there goes
Disney
Thor
World,
over there.
Europe. Disney World Studios.
Look, we taking selfies with Thor and
you got Disney World at home.
Come on, man.
Exactly. For the next year, you living at Disney World.
You don't go to Disney World. We got Disney World at home. Oh man, but no, I don't mind it, bro. It's still back to back, bro. Just give them a couple months off, man. They'll be fine, man. Because they're gonna be filming this from January to probably goddamn
at least May.
June. Yeah, May. There you go. I'll give them May. But yeah, it's still back to back. I just thought that maybe they were going to I don't know why I kept thinking this movie was coming out in that next May, not this May coming up, but the next May. That's what I thought was coming up. I think we talked about it already before. It's gonna be a year, but I thought maybe they'll push that back and then make it. Cause what am I thinking of? Wasn't it another movie like a sequel that came out like 6 months after the?
That was Infinity War and Endgame. They were 6 months.
So they did do that
because they shot them simultaneously. They shot both movies at the same time and then dropped them 6 months apart.
Yeah.
So. But this is still simultaneously, BJ. Just not y'all thinking like it got to be like the very next day. Like, okay, we're done with this one. Next day we're gonna start shooting this. Like, nah, it's still simultaneous. Like on like 3 months apart.
But when they did the last one, they didn't take a break. They did both movies and just finished.
Do we know they didn't take a break?
Yeah, they said like they said they shot both of the movies because they were shooting scenes for both movies at the same time. They weren't even like you didn't even know which scene what movie scene was gonna be.
We also heard that with this too, because they said they had some stunt doubles for Spider-Man on the set. Like they were already shooting some scenes for Secret Wars. I heard some of that talk too. They were filming some of the scenes for Secret Wars. Like it's not like they were just completely not filming anything. They were filming some stuff for Secret Wars. It just ain't, like the full-fledged movie or whatever. Because I don't think they got the script done for that movie. Be honest with you.
Well, Toby's folks is on set. I know that they said Toby's people was already on set.
Yeah, Toby's on there. But I heard that there was a stunt double for Tom Holland Spider-Man. I heard that about a week ago.
Oh yeah, he was on there too. I think he posted something.
So yeah, like I said,
I think that's real quick. I think that's how they got these actors to come back. I think that's how they got Chris Evans to come back. I think that's how they got Robert Downey Jr. to come back, because those that I guess have enough pull, they probably came back and said, "Yeah, I'll do the movie, and I'll do the other one too. But you're gonna give us a break in between. We're not doing that back to back thing no more." I think that was their call, and then they said, "You know what? All right, we'll do it. We'll give y'all 2 months. That's it. Just 2-3 months. That's all you get."
Because think about it too. Think about it too. How long did it take to shoot Infinity War?
I think both of them they shot in like 7 months when they shot both movies.
Now remember, you shot just Doomsday by itself in 7 months. So it's just like you got to give them some time a little bit, man. Like because you talking about these movies right here, they're talking about this is going to be a bigger scale than both Endgame and Infinity War. They've already said that. So if they're talking about doing that, you know it's not going to take like 2-3 months to shoot this movie. It's going to take some months. You know what I'm saying? If they you know what? I thought about it too. This might be why they did Chair Watch 2. Chair Watch 2 is gonna be for Secret Wars.
Probably.
That's what I'm thinking now.
I don't think it's gonna be chair. I think they're gonna do another blanket pillow thing like they did. They just gonna release a blanket with a bunch of pictures on it.
It's a blanket pillow. Because I heard somebody else bring up Chair Watch again, and I'm like, y'all keep bringing up Chair Watch, and I ain't seen, heard nothing about what's going on. Like we ain't get no confirmation from Kevin Feige saying, yeah, we about to have another Cheer Watch or whatever the case they about to do, which I don't think they're gonna do a Cheer Watch again. I think, like you said, I think they're gonna do something completely different, but they gonna dodge that bullet because that last Cheer Watch was trash.
7 hours.
18 hours of nothing. But yeah, this is probably about right, man. I see them shooting early 2000, like you said, probably January probably, and then they probably gonna be done like in May, hopefully. Because it's like you said, they still got some of the set design stuff already. So it's not like you got to redo all of the set design and stuff like that. You got some of it already. You could just go right into shooting. It should be a little bit quicker than it Doomsday was. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got next here, bro. Speaking of X-Men and Spider-Man and all them things, check this out. X-Men 97 and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man will get new seasons every year. All right, so they trying to pull a Daredevil, man. So they're gonna get new seasons every year, man. Just think about that, BA, man.
This is Marvel Animation starting to take his I guess step in the right direction. I prefer a little bit more on the movie side, but this is you gotta take what you can get, Paul. And I think this is one of those things. X-Men 97 clearly was damn near ahead of his time. It was definitely great for what we saw it for. We see how it would do with season 2. I still got questions on season 2 because of your boy, what's his name, Bo
DeMayo,
whatever. Bo DeMayo, yeah, he was a part of the one. He's not a part of season 2, so we gotta see how we gotta see. I gotta wait and see. Direction means everything. Creativity is everything. So it could go into a whole different. They already said it's going to be different. We know it's going to be different. So we'll see. And Friendly Neighborhood Spider. I gotta rewatch that series, man. I saw it, but I was probably doing other things while I was watching it, so I didn't give it my full undivided attention. I just didn't think it was going to be more than what it was. So now that
I have to everybody off with that.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I gotta rewatch it with my with my Marvel eyes and see what's going on with it. It was a great little show. I just, like I said, I didn't expect for it to be like, yo, we about to do season 2, 3, so on and so forth. Because it's a lot of renditions of Spider-Man, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of different versions of Spider-Man, and this is one of the latest ones. So I'll go back and I'll rewatch it just because I clearly have to, because it's gonna be a season 2. But no, this is good. This is good. Just keep coming with content. One, it gives us something to talk about, but two, it's just good for the culture. So we can kind of say like, yo, the kids can watch things like that and say, instead of the Disney versions of all these shows, we need just the straight regular animation, which is what we grew up on. Well, it's what we grew up on. Big J grew up on, like the Flintstones and things like that. But it's cool. So it's just, it is what it is when it comes to that. So I like it. I'm for it. I'm for it.
What you got, cuz?
Yeah, it's by far is what's needed. Is there are two great shows, rewatchable, highly rewatchable. Uh, what has me interested is kind of like what BA was saying was the fact of with Bo DeMayo being gone. He did have the season 2 ready to go, but they did rewrites, revisions, and stuff like that. So it will be So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Because like the ending of season 1 was like, okay, yeah, we're about this is going to last for a while. So what's everything that happened with him? It's going to be interesting, to say the least. But yeah, this is what's needed when it comes to Marvel's cinematic or animation. Is the fact that they need to spend the money, spend the time with it, and these two shows can help build that up. Because DC for sure had theirs well put together when it came to the animation side. So it was time for Marvel to step up on their animation side. So looking forward to it. And I love it every year. I love it.
Thanks. What you got, BJ?
I'm tired of this disrespect that I constantly get as I catch strays from left and right and center over here. I come on here to discuss things, and then y'all want to take shots over and over again.
AJ, that wasn't a shot, bro. That wasn't a shot. That's what you was
that
watching.
felt like a shot. That felt like a shot. You know.
That's all I'm saying. I grew up on, Turtles and the original X-Men. You grew up on George Jetson and the Flintstones. That's just time. That's all.
And see, he just keep doing it. He keep going. I could mention that you get your Bo DeMayo information from his OnlyFans, but I ain't gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I heard he posted his
allegedly.
no, they say he's posted stuff on there.
I have no clue.
I didn't know if they were real or not, but yeah.
No, well, they talk. New Rockstar's talking.
So they say what?
They were saying that he was posting stuff on there, and like that's what because he had posted it. They said he posted a picture of him in the what's his name in the Cyclops outfit on there.
So just so the panel was clear, Will, did you know about that?
New Rockstar showed it. That was on New Rockstar.
Ralph, did you know about that?
No.
Wait, no, I didn't know about that either. So the only person that know about it must have seen it some kind of way. That's all I'm saying.
New Rockstar.
But
I already gave my source.
Bring that information to.
I
really
gave my
appreciate
source. You can go back and check. It was Jessica Clemens and
yeah, she did talk about Bo DeMayo. I remember that episode.
They both did. They talked about a bunch of times.
We'll go with that.
My bad. Go ahead, BJ. I was gonna say something. Go ahead.
No. So the thing is, Bo did write the second season. They said, and they're gonna use it, but they said they're taking away his executive producer credits, and I think he's still gonna get some writing credits, but I do believe they brought in other writers to finish fleshing it out. But like I said, I think what Marvel Animation needs to do is keep doing this kind of stuff. Like I really did like the Marvel Zombies. I even like the style animation in Marvel Zombies better than a lot of the other stuff. I mean, I know they're trying to keep X-Men 97 looking like the original X-Men from the early 90s, but I think there's room for different animation styles. And even like they made the Spider-Man, the different neighborhood look more cartoony. And the fact that Marvel finally figured out, wait, we can make 30-minute cartoon version of Spider-Man as much as we can. Sony can't tell us what to do or stop us. That's great. You know what I mean? And so I think that they can realize
that show was more giving homage to Jack Kirby.
Yeah,
with the design style. Yeah.
But I like the fact that they're doing, like I said, different design styles. They need to do more of that. So, like I said, they could even do a Fantastic Four cartoon to flesh out more of the stuff that they had in their adventures and all that kind of stuff to show it. And it could tie in, it could not tie into the movies. But the thing is, at least you're getting more out there. And it's cheaper for them to do that than for them to do live action. We know we're not going to get 10 live action shows a year. But if we can get 4 animated shows or 5 animated shows a year and 2 live action shows along with 2 or 3 movies, then we're eating pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
And hiring voice actors is cheaper.
Oh yeah. I mean, even when they bring in the original, because I know they said, what's his name? The guy that played Daredevil in the Spider-Man brand new. I mean, not brand, but in the Spider-Man
friendly neighborhood. Yeah,
friendly neighborhood. He was he did the same voice, and so that's where everybody's like, whoa, when he actually showed him just his voice. It's like what's her name did Wanda. She came back to do Wanda. Elizabeth Olsen. A lot of players, Milani, if it's Lonnie, whatever, she did Kamala Khan. Old girl did Kate Bishop. So it's like you can get your actors. I think even Chris Hemsworth did Thor.
Yeah.
You know, it's just you just got to do it right, where you pay them enough money to come back and do it, make it worth it. But get out there and, like I said, create a bunch of content, have fun. Make stuff where people want to watch your stuff. And if you tell good stories, people gonna show up. I don't want to hear nothing about no homework. Like I've been saying, like you write good stories and it don't feel like homework. It feels like entertainment. That's what it should be.
Right.
What you're saying is the season the animated TV show should be the homework, right? That should be. I get what you're saying. Like you don't need it if you flushed out the great way, but take advantage of the lane that you had where you can fill in backstories and things like that, and
Getting
that can kind of
understanding.
be the quote unquote understanding of it. And so when you have the Fantastic Four, like you just said, and they had that little montage of them doing different stuff, well, we could have actually saw that in a sense, like, oh yeah, I remember that from the animated joint. At least you would have had a portion of people that can say that, or that movie brings you back to the TV show that they might have missed, so on and so forth. So I actually agree with that.
And you can do stuff on there that like we saw, you can do stuff on there far cheaper because you don't have to pay for special effects and animation.
Yep.
You just animate it, and so it's like you can save a ton of money and tell some of the stories you can't tell on the big screen because it would be too expensive to tell. Like you can't have you could do a Hulk show, really. Think about it, because it's too expensive to animate the Hulk. But you could have a whole series of Hulk shows, or that kind of stuff where you could put it out there and have his own adventures and even tie-ins where it doesn't cost you $1 million for 30 seconds of CG work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of stuff they need to start looking at. Is let's explore this side. But like I said, you can have it tie in, like you said, tell the stories, do an Annihilation wave, because they were talking about doing an Annihilation storyline. Do that, because that's gonna be ridiculously expensive to have an actor that's all CG in Annihilus, And they were talking about bringing Henry Cavill in to play that. I'm like, why would you bring Henry Cavill in to play a voice on the character? That don't even make sense. That's a waste of Henry Cavill. But that's the kind of stuff they need to look at, is put some of that stuff in animation, like BA saying, and flush it out. Like I said, yeah, you could tell all the Fantastic Four backstory on there, like you say. You could have him fighting Red Ghost and all the other stuff that you couldn't put in the movie. That could have been on there, or Mole Man. Tell some of that background in there and build that history so that, oh yeah, now when Sue go in there and she talked to Mole Man, I know why they friends, and that could have all been done. But what do we know? We don't know nothing.
I agree. My thing is, man, since Bo DeMayo, they love they're trying to pretty much erase anything he did, which is I don't understand. Whatever he did couldn't have been that dang bad, man. But his first season of X-Men '97 was fire, man. So you would think that they will at least take on something that he created or whatever. So that's why I was asking you earlier, are you nervous, because you know what's going to happen if this second season is not good? Folks is gonna tear down Marvel building, bro, and demand to bring back Bo DeMayo. You know it's gonna happen, man. That's what people are looking for. Especially now we know that the fact that y'all are trying to pretty much erase everything he did. Now BJ said they're supposedly gonna give him credit or whatever for some of the writing. We gonna see, but I mean they have to. That's the rules, or whatever. But as far as I'm talking about like public opinion type credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna give him credit in the public? If you don't, and this don't succeed, you know what's gonna happen. Y'all know what's gonna happen. We've seen it so many times. They're gonna get blamed for not bringing them back and all that type of stuff. So we're gonna see, man. To kind of piggyback to what BA said about the Spider-Man, that shocked the heck out. I think a lot of people. I don't think nobody expected that show to be like that, man. I think we're probably after like episode like 4 or maybe 3. That's when we were kind of like, yo, hold on. This show ain't playing around. This ain't like no little kiddie show. The animation may look like you said, it's more kid friendly with the end of animation. So you kind of thinking to yourself like, oh, okay, it's gonna be a kid show. Then you have to watch it like, oh, hold on, this is pretty good. And so the way that the season ended, you definitely are expecting and anticipating for season 2 to come out, man. Hopefully to be better or whatever. Because they're like what BJ was just saying, they're building a world with Spider-Man within that animated universe or whatever. So my thing is, I wonder when they're gonna start crossing over animation, right? We heard those rumors that they're talking about doing like, what was it, Spider-Man 98 and all that type of stuff. There's a Spider-Man 98 comic out right now. So I'm wondering when they're gonna start doing more of like a shared universe with the animated stuff. Kind of what Big J was saying. It's cheaper. You know what I'm saying? It's cheaper to do it that way. You could tell more. Voice acting don't cost as much as you hiring Downey Jr. to do one scene in an Avenger movie. You know what I'm saying? So just get voice actors and try to build a universe that way. You know, because they're loosely tied to the MCU with the Spider-Man. It's probably like an alternate version of Tom Holland Spider-Man, and then of course X-Men 97. We're about to see some of the characters here in Doomsday. That's supposed to be, I guess, the X-Men 97 guys. I'm not sure, but they're dressed like them in the comics or whatever. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to both of these, man. They can give us a new season every year like they're doing with Daredevil. I'm definitely down for it. Speaking of X-Men 97, fellas, check this out. Ross how you pronounce that last name? Marquand?
Ross Marquand from Walking
Okay.
Dead.
Oh, okay. So Ross says X-Men 97 season 2 will be much darker. BA, here you go. A lot of people gonna die, BA. A lot of people die. A lot of people like in that genocide of Genosha, or what they mean. R.I.P. I'm gonna let BA go first on this, man. What you got, BA?
So besides the obvious, right? It's this is what I was trying to like not allude to, because when he had the segue at the time in the last slide, but when you go into a different direction, when you're trying to finish someone else's writing and things like that, who knows how far he got with that script, and who knows what they edited or what they added on to said project. Whereas though now you have
seasons.
Okay, man. So whatever they attach to it, in a sense, right? Like, are they going to use it that and that be it by itself, or are they editing things? Are they pushing things around, or whatever the case may be? And then now you have something when you say, well, it's going to be darker and a lot of people are going to die. Well, suppose Bo wanted this person to die at this point, but now you pushed it back to that point, so on and so forth. That's the adjustments. That's the things that I'm worried about, that I have to wait and see if they do it the right way. He had an idea of how the flow was going to go. They're changing that flow. It might be the similar script, but the flow is going to be different because it's a different person, it's different people. And if you don't time certain things the right way, if you kill off Professor X early in the joint, that might lead to problems. If Cyclops goes early in the show, that might lead to problems. They did it in the movies; it led to problems. There's a time and a place for every little thing, and I just hope that they do it the right way. And that's what I have. I'm pushing. I'm pausing for this because I don't know, so I have to see it. But with that being said, great. I'm glad a lot of people are going to die, but don't kill off so many people. We still need the X-Men. We still need the core people. We still need that. Like, they need to survive some kind of way. Wolverine still. Hey, y'all did a whole season without focusing on Wolverine. All right, let's bring the focus back to Wolverine just a little bit. Just a little bit. I want to see Cyclops take the next level of being one of the greatest characters ever written. Like, these are things I want to see, and we'll see if it comes. But I'm cautious about this. I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be good regardless. But season 1 was great. I don't know if I'm going to get great yet until I see it.
What you got, Cuz?
It makes me nervous when they say it's going to be a lot of people dying, because whenever they say that, it's like, for them to preface that's definitely X-Men. So it's like, which ones are going to die and like how? So that has me very nervous. And like BA says, like, it's okay when it's like, yeah, we understand you're going to kill people off, but like, you still need the X-Men. So there's so it's going to be really interesting how they end up doing it. Will it be throughout the timeline? Since that's what ended up happening to them, they end up going to different parts of the timeline of them dying, and then it just has me nervous. Main one that the few is like Cyclops, Storm, Jean, say Professor X. Like, how, like, are those going to be the ones that get up out of here, or what? But yeah, it has me nervous as far as like what their plans were, because just a lot of people a lot of people dies. That's rough. That's really, really rough, especially when you had Genosha happen. And you didn't hear anything about a lot of people going to die before season 1, and Genosha happened. So yeah, this has me nervous. What you got, Big J?
I think if Morph dies, would you be okay, BA? I mean, would that tear you up? You know what I'm saying?
He just got back.
But he was only a throwaway
Along with
character in the original.
I would like to see different versions of Morph die, but keep the core guy.
So he's just gonna die every episode in a different way.
I'll be okay with that.
No, I mean, like I said, I want to see what they do. I don't think it's gonna be a disaster. Like I said, I think that it'd probably be better overall environment from the stuff I heard that was going down out there.
Right.
So I think the creators will be fine to be able to go out there and take the vision that he had and the creativity, but not all the negativity that was coming to the set. I think they'll be straight.
I hope so, bro. I'm with you because, like I said, I got to go back and watch 97 again because I'm trying to remember exactly what happened in the last episode. I know they all split up and went at different points in time. Jean and Cyclops went. Was that Jean? Yeah, Jean. Jean and Cyclops went into the future. Some people went into the past, and I think they had some X-Men still behind in the present or whatever. So I'm with you. When you say a lot of people gonna die, it's like what are we talking about? Because you had a bunch of random mutants dying on Genosha. Are you talking about like some main characters gonna die, whatever here, or like how this gonna work? And my thing is too, if each of them are in time, does it get reset when they go back to their regular time after they die? You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. We gonna have to. I'm curious too, man. I like the fact that they're going. This is a more adult show now, pretty much, because the people who grew up with this show are now adults. So we're gonna understand what's going on with it or whatever, right? So as we mature, the show matured, and I like that idea, man. So like I said, the fact that we saw that Genosha scene threw me off. I can't. So a lot of those episodes took liberties from certain comic book storylines of the X-Men. I'm trying. If you said a lot of people died, that would my mind would have went to Genosha on that part. Now I'm trying to think like, dang, if Genosha was what we saw with Genosha, you talk about a lot of people gonna die in this next season. I can't think of another like major event where everybody died or whatever. I'm really sitting there trying to think.
You just said it. You just said they split off the team, right? So you got people in the future, past, and present. You got people that's going to die in the past. You got people that's going to die in the present. Then you got people that's going to die in the future. That is a lot of collateral damage as a whole. You know what I'm saying? And then it's whoever they're interacting with at those time periods as well. So they're going to introduce different characters. Just don't stay attached to those new characters because they probably the ones that's going to die.
No? You said Game of Thrones.
That's just what it is. That's just what it is.
You have Sebastian out there. So Sebastian's still out there, right?
I think he was in the prison though, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I'm saying he's still existing, and Sebastian is hardcore. You got Sebastian, you got Nimrod, who probably, if them dudes are still out there, then there's gonna be some killing. I mean, there will be a lot of that going on. So,
yeah.
And was Sebastian able to take over? Because he was able to take over regular people and control them and puppet them.
Yeah,
turn him into like human sentinels and all that kind of stuff. So.
All right, y'all see we got next. So check it out. Iron Man 3 director says Robert Downey Jr. Doom will, let's see if I can get this word right.
Reinvigorate.
Thank you. Reinvigorate. I was sitting there trying to pronounce this. It's certain words I can't say. The entire comic book movie industry, which I'm trying to think how that is, but okay. But what you got on this, Big J?
I am one of the skeptics of the RDJ as Dr. Doom, as I said multiple
times. I can't believe it.
I just, like I said, I think once again, for all the reasons, I think when I first heard about it, I thought this looks like a cash grab, like we're trying to do a Hail Mary to bring people back. Because instead of us writing something real original, writing something good and compelling, let's get RDJ. Everybody like him, right? Everybody like RDJ. Okay, everybody get Rob Downey Jr. to come back. He was the best thing we had. Let's do that again. And I'm like, no, artists should always be evolving and pushing forward. You shouldn't be, okay, let's figure out a way to retread something. That's usually the sign of death in art. when you're trying to chase after what you already had for past success. You should always be pushing to make yourself better and newer as an artist. And this looked like, to me, they were like, oh, okay, let's go ahead and bring this back because this is comfortable. We know how to do this, and everybody like it, right. And we'll see.
What you got, Cuz?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be fun, but I don't think it's going to be that massive because you already have other comic book movies before that, like your Superman, which was great. Fantastic Four was great. So to think that it's going to be on that scale is just trying to hype up the crowd a little bit more. But yeah, I agree with Big J on the fact of if you wanted to reinvigorate the industry, then bring in new people, bring in fresh blood, bring in fresh ideas with it. That's how you end up doing it, not using some of the same ideas and the same people. That doesn't really do it as much. So I definitely think that they should rethink the wording when it comes to that, because words mean things when it comes to that effect. So that's what I got. What you got, Big BA?
So, I'm just trying to break down what they're saying. So they said that this particular version of Doctor Doom is going to be new change, new this, new that, and that's from the previous Iron Man 3 director. So that's Shane Black says this.
Shane Black.
So
yeah.
So he sees what he had in Robert, especially in that one, and says, okay, if I had this guy doing this in this particular movie, then what he's doing in Doctor Doom as Doctor Doom, it's mind blowing to him. So I don't know how he's going to be different, but he can't go gore because I can just think of The Boys and everything like that. That's comic book. So that's he can't bring nothing new to that because Marvel and Disney won't go that route. So he's going to take over, and he's going to have this power take over, and he's going to make people seem helpless to the scale in which we haven't seen maybe on film before. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. And then maybe Robert has a way of portraying that more so than anybody else. So I'm interested in seeing if that's the case. I'm interested in seeing what he truly means by that. But I'm a little bit more optimistic about this. I think Robert knows what's at hand here. You don't want to be the person to put Marvel on the map and also be the same person to destroy Marvel. You don't want both those hats. So as Robert, as I know him from afar, like he loves the fact that he did that for Marvel. He loves the fact that his whole career changed based around that, so on and so forth. So he's gonna love it even more once he brought it back. He gets so much of ego boost to say that I brought it back as well. So I think he's gonna give his all into this role, and I think I I'm here for it. So like I said, I'm on the optimistic side. I understand I understand the other two shaky, being a little bit shaky for it. I get it, but I'm on the optimistic side.
I don't have any feelings towards it right now. I'm just ready to see the movie. But I will say this though, with these words he's been saying, the fact, like you said, Big J, they brought back RDJ. They're paying him a boatload of money, and I've said this a million times. This movie has a lot riding on it. Like it has to hit. It has to hit. The fact that they are, not once say they have a bad reputation right now. It's just like you don't have the same reputation as they normally had. You know what I'm saying? Where every time they dropped a movie, it was hitting, knocking it out the park. You know what I'm saying? So they have some hits and they have some misses or whatever. So now they're to the point now with this movie, as much as they're pouring into it, like you said, but bringing back RDJ and all that stuff, this movie got to hit, man. It's got to hit. You know what I'm saying? So with him saying that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. And so we hoping, man, that the fact that, like I said, I don't know about the overall comic book movie industry, but you just need to focus on Marvel right now. Let's get Marvel going again. So if that movie can help with Marvel, then we can go from there. Because that movie right there also going to help project, like I said, catapult. When Spider-Man come out first, it'll help catapult Secret Wars too. So, like I said, it's a lot riding on this movie, man. With this casting and these words this man just said right here, Shane Black. So, and then on top of that, man, like Shane Black is like cool with RDJ, Marvel Tides and all that stuff. Like, what was he supposed to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, no, he ain't gonna be all that good or whatever. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. We'll see.
He's supposed to tell the truth.
He collecting the check.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
like I said, that could people like, oh, he can't. If he came back for the 100 million, then it's gonna be what it's gonna be. If he came back for the I saw the vision that they had for that character or something, then yeah, that may be good. But like I said, they're paying you 100 million to come back, and you get executive producer credits.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, it's a lot. They got to knock it out the park, man. Speaking of knocking it out the park, check this out, y'all. So James Gunn confirms David Cornsweet will not appear in Peacemaker season 2. But check this out. James Gunn has confirmed that G.I. Robot will appear in a live-action DCU project. I'm gonna do this real quick.
That's perfect.
Can I spoil something real quick, y'all? Y'all think this will be okay?
Yeah. Spoilers.
Spoilers. So if you have not seen episode 6 of Peacemaker, I'm about to spoil something real quick. Okay. So we just said that James Gunn said Superman's not going to be in Peacemaker season 2, and we have this right here where James Gunn has confirmed that G.I. Robot will appear in the live action DCU project. So these two are kind of linked together. For one, in episode 6, we did see someone from the Superman movie. That was Lex. Okay. A lot of people, like myself, I called it. I said I thought that Lex, because when they said that he was going to Belle Reeve, and then we saw in the trailer when Rick Flag Sr. said that we gotta pick somebody up from Belle Reeve, I put 2 and 2 together. It was right there. So it had Lex in there. A lot of people thought that because we saw Superman on the set of Peacemaker in his full suit, everybody automatically assumed that he was gonna be in there. James Gunn shot that down. But with all that being said, they go the what's the name of their group? The Cabbage
11th
Patch
Street Kids.
Thank you, 11th Street Kids. They go and they try to get Chris Smith Peacemaker back from that other dimension that he's in right now. When they go there, they all split up. Vigilante goes and does his thing. Adebayo goes does her thing. Hardcore does her thing. So forth, so forth. So Adebayo goes to walking on the friendly streets of this neighborhood, and she discovers something. Right, the fact that, one, people are looking at her strange, and 2, there's not a lot of people out there of color. So,
Any.
come to find out, yeah, any. I think the theories of that too, but then Christopher Peacemaker goes and unfolds a flag and finds out that there's a Nazi swastika on that flag. So there is a theory going around, especially with this right here, this quote right here, that G.I. Robot will be used in some kind of way in either episode 7 or 8 in this universe. I think we joked about it last show, but now this could be the case.
Yeah.
But what you think, Cuz?
Yeah. As soon as he unfurled that flag, I just started laughing. It was like, they are going to have to put a G.I. Robot, and he's just going to be, Nazi. Shoot up everybody.
Right there in the middle of the city.
Yeah. So what I'm interested in is how they're going to introduce him into the universe as far as being live action. But yeah, this is going to be fun. Just watching him shoot up everybody there. And I'm glad Harcourt called him out. So this is your perfect world. As far as like this just been a Nazi world and just a bunch of just white folks walking around. I'm glad she clocked that real quick. It's like, you haven't noticed that there's no people of color, like any minorities or people of color.
First thing she knows, soon they left the house, she was like, okay.
It's like, this isn't normal. Like, you would see some different folks around. So yeah, the fact that she clocked that immediately, and Smith, like, Peacemaker didn't catch it. Chris didn't catch it at all. With any of that is so hilarious and just right on point. But yeah, I could absolutely see him be G.I. Robot being in episode probably be episode 8 because they'll probably have to like it will be the setup to bring him in because they have to deal with them, and then they'll bring the robot in, basically take him off ice or something in episode 7, and then release him in episode 8, just enjoying the time of his life. So it's going to be crazy to watch.
What you got, BJ?
Look, I just need him to say the words. You know what I'm saying? If he says something about killing Nazis and then he just goes ham, then that'll be a beautiful show. You know, because he had some of the best lines in Creature Commandos. That's what a Nazi would say.
Yeah, the eyes are squinting. That's what a Nazi would say. Went to that. What they it went to that. What's it called, man? When they had that little meeting or whatever. He's like,
oh yeah. Just spinning around. He at the end. He just like, wee. He was
smiling. They're like, yeah. What you got, BA?
So similar, right? I need a whole like positive, triumphant song playing while he's doing all this too, right? Like I need that's what I need. Slow motion and him just in a gleeful moment as a robot can be gleeful, right?
Right.
But somehow Rick Flag is gonna be the one that sends him. So he's gotta get word of what's going on over here and go extra and maybe save Hardcore or somebody. I don't know. But he's going to have to send him over because he's the only one that kind of knows about him from the characters that we know so far. So I think that's happening. I think we are going to get him, and then it's a perfect marriage here. Like, so, you know, for anything else, it's just like, yeah, I kind of actually wanted to see this robot. Like, I get that you brought in character A, B, or C, but I really wanted to see the robot. That kind of a thing. So I definitely understand that. But yes, it would have to play on Rick Flag saving the day in a sense, or coming through squashing this dimension or something. So that's a different character plot point for him, right? So is he as bad as you think he is once he gets over the Peacemaker killing his son thing? Is he back to normal? Like, I don't know. So it does play on a little bit more easier than just somehow the robot comes out of nowhere. Like G.I. like where did he come from? So Rick has to be the one, the catalyst to this whole thing. And I'm interested in seeing what they do for him to say, okay, I know a guy, or I know something that can help here. And then he sends him. So I'll be interested in seeing that part of it. But yes, I would love that slow down montage of just it could be him killing people, blood in the air, butterflies going around the blood. Like that's what I need. I need butterflies and ladybugs and everything else. Just positive things that you wouldn't expect for this particular scene. I need all that going all at the same time, and I think James Gunn could definitely deliver on that.
Listen, bro. So what you just said, BA, I think what's going to end up happening, they're going to go over there on episode 7, right? Find out what's going on. Something gonna happen, like you said. I think they're gonna send some kind of message to them and say, "Hey, man, give me G.I. Robot for this or whatever," or he gonna stay back. Then they're going to send it to him, and he's gonna take G.I. Robot with them over there or something like that. Because, but you got to put G.I. Robot in this episode. Like, there's got to be a reason why he's keeping the last 3 episodes a secret. You see this news right here, and then on top of that, you're in a world full of Nazis. Leave that dude there and let him just go to work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his dream come true right there. He dreams of Nazis every night, bro. So then on top of that, remember too, at the end of Creature Commandos, he got to upgrade. So he's gonna be doing some damage.
Did y'all see the trailer for episode 7 though?
I haven't.
For the trailer they show Rick and the Argus guys in the QUC. So some kind of way, I think because also one of the guys from the Superman movie that was Lex's assistant, the dude that was helping
Sydney.
Yeah, he shows up, and so he's gonna be involved in helping him find the portal. And so I think he's gonna lead them to the portal. They're gonna find out about the Nazis and find out about that other dimension. And
that's 7.
That's in 7, which means I think that he's gonna be like, when he figures out that there's Nazis, I think episode 8 gonna be GI, gonna have a GI scene of him just going.
Come with me.
Yeah, that may involve me coming up with money because there needs to be a GI Robot hot toy at that point. If he goes off
with all the guns
what?
out too.
oh
You
yeah.
put that work in, bro. You deserve a hot toy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait to that show episode, bro.
Yeah, they dropped the Peacemaker one, so they need to have one for GI Robot. If he has a major part, they got to do GI Robot.
If that's the case too, that means GI Robot not gonna be in Creature Commando season 2.
I mean, they made have him.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I was thinking as far as like they just drop him off and leave him in there and just let him go to work, but then ain't gonna be nobody left after he's done. So
yeah, and then go back and grab him.
Exactly. So check this out, y'all. James Gunn on If That's Man of Steel. I said Man of Steel. Man of Tomorrow script photo teases Brainiac. Being coy, I see. Says I think we'll hold off from what exactly is happening. Come on, James, don't do that, bro. You know what you're doing. What you think on this one, cuz?
Yeah, he's just playing coy. It's like, why would you drop a picture like that if it's not going to be Brainiac? Like, come on. Which him playing coy is really weird because he's so typically wide open when it comes to stuff like this. So it's it's just a weird act for him to not want to talk about it because he's typically wide open and ready to talk about stuff. So yeah, it's really interesting for him, but all of a sudden want to play coy. Like, nobody told you to drop these pictures. Nobody told you to show that this was done. This is your decision. And now it's like, oh, since you're asking about me, we'll see what exactly. We'll talk about that later. It's like, but you brought it up. So yeah, it's
You could have just put an S on the front of the script or something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So for him to all of a sudden want to play coy is weird. It's really weird. So, we'll see. But yeah, it's definitely Brainiac.
What you got, BJ?
I think he talked to Kevin Feige. He's like, "Shh, don't give him any more." And he was like, "Oh, okay, you're right. Let me pull it back. Let me pull it back."
Yeah, you gave way too much already.
Yeah, we need to keep this vague as possible, and then shoot anybody that releases any information like I do. And then he was like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, I think we all knew that it was going to be because we haven't seen Brainiac on the big screen, so and we know James Gunn loves that kind of stuff. So I think it's going to definitely be Brainiac is what you'll see on there. So I don't think that's that big of a secret. I think we all know it. And then that's why he pumped up Supergirl too. That's why Supergirl is so important because Brainiac plays a bigger part in her story. So I think that's why he wants to have her movie come out and then make this a super family movie with Lex so they can all team up to fight Brainiac.
So Lex part of the family now. Okay. What you got, BA?
I'm gonna stick with the alien parasite angle. I think that's more viable.
Don't be trying to be different, man. Don't be trying to be different.
You know, I am. I brought it up last time we talked about it.
Yeah, you did.
I think maybe Supergirl through the planets that she's going through a lot of planets. And I'm not saying she gets infected, but she might bring an infection, parasite with her some kind of way. God, you know, I don't want the dog to have a parasite in it. That's how it happens. But something's going to happen, and then it affects your brain to the point that this is happening, and maybe Brainiac is a part of that some kind of way. But I think it's the alien parasite first, and then Brainiac. Or else he would have just kind of said it. I don't. He doesn't lie or anything like that. Like he does. I don't see James Gunn as a liar. He said we're going to hold off. There's more to it than just it's Brainiac. I think that's what he means by that. And I'm gonna go with that until I see either I see a trailer or something. I'm going with the alien parasite.
So you're saying Teoculus confirmed is what we're hearing from Alien Earth? It's gonna be a crossover.
All possibilities are on the table.
Is it gonna be the little eyeball? It's gonna be the main villain. You gonna take over Brainiac?
Please don't.
I out here cleaning it out. All right, I'm in here now. Like, no, I agree with y'all though, man. I think it's gonna be Brainiac, bro. I don't know what we're doing. Like I said, he could have put any other symbol or anything on the front. Like you saw Matt Reeves' script, right? He had the bat symbol on there. You could have put Superman symbol on there or whatever. So yeah, I think it's gonna be Brainiac. He put that on there for a reason. Like I said, it's a lot of things that add up to it being Brainiac. You could be right, BA. It could be some other bad guys with it, but I think the main bad guy is gonna be Brainiac. Maybe Brainiac somehow creates Parasite or something. I don't know. we'll have to see how they the angle they go with that or whatever. So, but yeah, I think it's gonna definitely be Brainiac, bro. Check this out, the last one here, y'all. So James Gunn on differentiating the DCU Batman and Matt Reeves Batman. It's for Big J. He says, matter of fact, let me see the folks can see this. He says, one of the weirdest things for me is that big fans are often like, well, listen, I understand this, but normies will never understand this. Casuals will never understand this. And then he says, but the truth is, guys, you're the ones who don't understand. The casuals always understand. What you got on this one, Big J?
Yeah, he talking to you.
Yeah, he did be talking to Big J, but go ahead, Big J.
What you trying to? No, look here. That's kind of what I've been saying.
Look here.
Well, no, what he so this is the thing. This is the thing because I've been preaching this whole time since we've been on the show. I've been preaching this. When people say that, they're not gonna be confused. The only people who are mentioning if they're gonna be confused are the people who actually watch this stuff, right? Like I don't understand how. Like my wife is not gonna be confused on the Batman. I think she's gonna know. She's not in the comic books and all that stuff. She will know which one is which. She'll understand that Batman's in that universe. That Batman's not. It's not that hard. It's really not that difficult. I don't have to sit here and do a thesis and write down a essay and explain to you about with a PowerPoint point for point why this ain't here and that's here. Like, listen, that like he said in that interview, I actually watched the actual interview. He said, look, that guy's over here, that guy's over there. Okay, cool. Bam, that's it. I used multiple examples. I talked about there being a Flash TV show and a Flash movie. Nobody was like, wait, whoa, I'm confused. Wait, what's going on? Why is he here and that guy's here? And nobody's confused. The fact they had two Quicksilvers at the same time on the screen, that was not that wasn't confused. Nobody was like, oh my, hold on, wait, Quicksilver's over here and then over here at the same time. Oh my God, I'm confused. I'm lost. Nobody was doing that. So for the people who are sitting here like us, or who are sitting here saying, oh, they're gonna be confused. No, they're not. And the main reason why a lot of those people are saying that is because now I've been learning this over the last few weeks. The reason why a lot of them are saying that is because they want Robert Pattinson's Batman in this universe. Mm-hmm. That's why they're saying that. Oh, they're gonna be confused. We should just have him in this universe. No. That Batman does not fit in this universe. That Batman does not know anything about flying aliens and when magical beings and the fantastical. It does not know anything about that. So I don't understand why people keep saying that. That's why a lot of them are saying that people are going to be confused because they want that Batman in this universe. I don't want that Batman in this universe. I don't know about y'all. They don't speak for me. I don't want that. No. I want to see a separate Batman that look like he can go toe-to-toe with Mongol. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want. You know what I mean? Like, that's my opinion on how people, I think, why they be doing this stuff, man. But what you got though, BJ? My bad.
No, so like I said, I don't want. I've said it before, I don't want Pattinson to be the Batman of the DCU. I think, like I said, I think he's like I said, I think he's a good Batman. I think he's a terrible Bruce Wayne, and that they said they're gonna focus on the Bruce Wayne aspect of it in the next story. But once again, the tone doesn't fit. The Gotham doesn't fit. You know, with the Penguin situation, there's no mention of metahumans or any, fantastical stuff. So he is more of just a gritty, grimy, detective style crime fighter that doesn't fit in what James Gunn's building. And people act like, oh, and so what I'm saying is, I don't think that it's necessarily people won't be able to understand, but I think that it's that just like when the Flash movie came out and everybody realized that universe was dead. I think that we know that Batman universe is going to be dead. It's not going to lead to anywhere, and I don't think you're going to have two parallel paths where there's a whole Batman universe over here separate from the DCU universe, and I think that people are just going to lose interest in one. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll be like, yeah, well, this doesn't tie to none of the stuff that I'm investing in, so I'm not going to sit here and spend my time and money and energy to watch all the stuff affiliated with it, especially talking about, oh, let's do spinoff shows for the Batman universe on top of having stuff and spinoffs for the DCU. That's what I'm saying. I don't think people are going to want to devote the time or money for movie tickets like we've been talking about. When tickets are as high as they are, you're not going to spend $100 to go take your family to go see The Batman Part 2 and then another $100 to go see Brave and the Bold 6 months later. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear what you're saying, but the thing is, we don't know for a fact that they're going to end that universe. If they're steady talking about making other things in that universe, then obviously it tells us they're not going to be in it anytime soon.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's being profitable and it's getting awards, and the critics and the fans are loving what they're getting out of it, which is why I just said a minute ago, wow, a lot of people want Robert Pattinson's Batman in his universe because they do love that universe, right? The fact that like I said, we've never seen anything like this where they have different parallels under the same studio. We haven't seen that before, so we don't know if it's going to work or not. The fact that when you talking about the other universe, nobody's watching those movies regardless. And I also said too, the fact that Batman is the most popular IP at Warner Brothers, not at DC, at Warner Brothers, which is why they take total care of that character, which is why you never see Batman on TV like that, right? You don't see him in shows and stuff like that. He don't have his own like television show. We'd rather do a Batwing show or something, or a Batwoman show or whatever, instead of doing Batman, because that's how popular and how precious that IP is. They treat it with care. And so that character is their most popular, which is why I was saying, like, if you have 2 Batman, people gonna say, "Oh, I'm getting 2 Batmans." Sign me up. Nah, I can't take 2 Batmans. Let me put him over here. I'm gonna focus on this. Nobody gonna say that, BA. Especially in this day and age, bro. In this circle, like nobody's gonna say that. They gonna be like, "Yo, give me as many Batmans as you can, bro." That's what they gonna be saying, bro. But that's why I think a lot of them are saying that, bro, because they want that Robert Pattinson Batman in this universe. I don't want it. No, nobody. I can't speak for nobody else, but I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? BA does. He does for sure. But I definitely don't. But what you think, BA? My bad.
No, one, I want to say my bad for the cutout. I was definitely right about the previous segment because they tried to cancel my internet real quick. So that's that. For this one though, I'm cool whatever Batman I get from this. I do think that people can make the differential between the two, especially when you talk 2 different stories. If you do 2 different stories, then that's where it's easy. If one person is doing 9 hours and you say like, well, guess what, we're gonna do it too, right? Because that was the original plan. Now it's like, it's a difference, but a year from that point, everyone's going to not everyone, but people's going to mix that together. You're not going to be able to differentiate between what movie was what happened and what. So as long as they keep the villains completely different, I think that's how it's an easier buy to having 2 different Batmans kind of at the same time. So if one has Robin and the other one doesn't, good. Yeah. That's a plus. Oh,
that's definitely one right there. You're right.
Right. If you're fighting Mr. Freeze, right, and you can try to make him a realist as much as possible. Like he's like, this can really happen or whatever. But if James Gunn has Mr. Freeze, he's gonna be doing like crazy stuff with him. That's not gonna be a Matt Reeves Batman. It's gonna be totally different. So as long as you keep villains and like a sidekick, I don't think Matt Reeves is having Robin in that movie. It works out. But if they're too close together telling a similar story, then what are we doing? We just got 2 versions of the same story. Now it's trash. So as long as they keep it separate, they are.
And you know what's good before you go, cuz it's a good point you brought up. I didn't think about that. I think that what they're going to end up doing, they're going to take more of the fantastical villains for the DCU. For example, Clayface, right? We're going to get a Clayface movie. Then they're going to take more of the fantastical, the Mr. Freezes of the world, the Banes of the world, more of those people, put them over here. What would fit perfect in the Matt Reeves one, like we said, the Court of Owls, the Hushes of the world, you know what I'm saying? The Riddlers, all them type of guys. You have them, like I think really it exists in the DCU, but not in the same sense. They'll probably give some time and then add them over there. But the thing is, I think they're going to have more, like you said, they're going to have the Lazarus Pits. You're going to have Ra's al Ghul living for a long time, all that type of stuff. That fantastical stuff that you're going to have, the Man Bats of the world. They'll probably have that in the DCU. Then they'll give, like I said, them original, like I said, a Professor Pig or somebody like that over there. Yeah, Professor Pig, somebody like that. Have him over there with Matt Reeves, because you can actually tell a actual grounded crime, gritty type of movie with them characters or whatever. The fantastical stuff, Mr. Freeze and all them. I don't want Mr. Freeze with Matt Reeves. I don't. You can't ground that, bro. You can't ground that. Keep him over here at the DCU, bro, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know we had those rumors or whatever. I don't want him over there. Keep him at the DCU. You can have Court of Owls. You can have Hush, Professor Pig, Victor's Ass,
Batmite.
Yeah, Batmite. We can have him in there too. But you can have all of them over there, bro. But just keep the fantastical over here at the DCU. And like you said, the fact that he's gonna have a Robin and the other one's not. So that's a good way to split them up too. But what you got, cuz? My bad.
No, you good. For me, it's the your Matt Reeves Batman, younger, just learning the ropes of being a Batman. over the past few years. No sidekick. Your DCU is going to be older. Has a Robin, been doing it for a while. And with the Fantastical. So yeah, and like I said, that's what's going to allow for the casuals to understand it really easily. Is the addition, not just the Batman, but the stuff around the Batman. Also, it's the talent for the Court of Owls. I think that's what's going to help it be in the DCU. It's just being able to survive the hits and things like that, and the blades. That needs to be DCU. I'm gonna stand on that one. But for the overall, it's it'll be able to easily tell the difference between the two. Yeah, you're fantastical, and then you're grounded. And I agree. We don't need Patterson in the DCU. He's the great Batman. Keep him over there. Keep him grounded. Don't need anything as far as him in the DCU.
I hear you though, BJ. He is 39, but in the movie world, he's actually only been Batman for like 2 years. He's supposed to be young in the movie or whatever. So that's why I'm saying, like, yeah, they're definitely different. Now I hear you, cuz I still think talent can be in the. I think he can still be in. Matt Reeves, because he's more like you can ground him. He's like an assassin, right?
Yeah.
So like a skilled assassin, kind of like a Batman assassin or whatever. So yeah, I could definitely see that, bro.
Who gets the Joker?
Both.
It's gonna be both.
You just have two different versions of Joker. You got 2
different versions of Batman.
Psychotic, and a psychotic Joker.
Now, how they gonna portray them? We still don't really know how they gonna portray the one in Matt Reeves' universe yet. So, depending on how they decide to portray him or whatever, which version of the Joker we get.
Jared Leto.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna say too before we go.
I
like how. Oh my god.
That's what you want to say, Jared Leto too.
Jared Leto too. I'm to a theater near you. Now, I like how the boy name. I like how Holt had portrayed Lex in that episode of Peacemaker. Mm-hmm. It seemed a little more toned down, more darker. So that right there, when I saw that kind of gave me an idea of kind of how I think they're gonna go with that Man of Tomorrow, with that whole tone thing. I mean, we talked about it on the last show. It's gonna be less comic booky. The tone gonna be a little bit more serious. When I saw that scene and how he portrayed himself in that scene, I said, okay, I think I see where they're gonna go with that. Man, I like that Lex. That Lex seemed like he was more cold-hearted, kind of like you kind of feel that cold-heartedness coming from him with that portrayal right there. And I was like, oh, I like that. I like this. And now I'm kind of curious on how they.
That's interesting. I didn't get that.
He was.
I see it, but I took the role of I know I'm smarter than you. So where are you trying to get? Where are you trying to get me to do? Like the pompous asshole in a sense, but not that animated. Because that's kind of how he was talking like the whole time. So I didn't get that dark side of it, but I can see it though. I'm not saying that you're wrong enough about not by no means, but it's like that's kind of the.
He just be. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. You bet.
See, I'm truth telling over here, man. I'm trying to tell you.
He's still talking.
They're plugging him outside. No. They said, well, I know James Gunn even said that this Lex was a little darker, but I mean, I don't know if it was the 256-year prison sentence that may have did that to him, or his cell, the next door cellmates.
56, Jesus, man.
Yeah, he's talking about what he kept hearing every night from the cellmates. I mean, so that also messes with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I was noticing that when I saw that episode, I was like, dang, okay, I think I see where they're going to try to go with it on the Man of Tomorrow, because it was a little bit more dark and more toned down. Like I said, he wasn't like, he wasn't like sound like a Saturday morning cartoon villain or anything like that.
A17, B21.
Yeah, well, he sounded more, he was kind of more toned down, and like you could kind of sense that like darkness from him, like how Lex is in the comics or whatever. I kind of sense more of a Lex from the Superman animated series and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, okay. I'm liking the direction, man. But yeah, man, before we get ready to head out, man, let's show some love to Playback.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite app, Playback. Back to the show.
Yes, sir, man. Let's get some of these questions and comments. Got a few of them in here. Shout out to Basco. He says, "What's up, fellas?" All right. And then Charles says, "Tom Holland, yeah, for Bond. I'm glad that they changing on that idea, man. I did not want to see him as Bond. The only person who wanted to see him as Bond was Cuz. Let's see, we got who is this guy right here, man? Dang. King of Glow Sun Productions. He says RDJ was Tony Stark before Iron Man. His life mirrored his in a way. That's why he was perfect. Yeah, he's pretty good as
shout out to alcoholism.
Man, whoa. King says RDJ is not Victor Von Doom. Well, that and some other stuff too, but yeah, he says RDJ is not Victor Von Doom. Like I said, man, we gonna see, man. We gonna see. Hopefully. I hope this movie's great,
he played
man.
a black guy. I hold nothing. He could do multiple roles.
I believe it, man. He's an Academy Award winner now. Cinema Hooked, man. He's here. He says, still can't get over how awesome your live production looks. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And y'all go ahead and follow him too, man, on YouTube too. Follow him and follow Basco also too on YouTube. And he also says Harry Lawton is who I would want as Bond, but I doubt it would happen. Yeah, because like I said, I don't. From what they said in that press release or whatever, I have no idea now. If anybody say a name like you just said a name, okay, cool. Let's see what he's talking about. Because I have no idea of who it could be. Like I said, we were throwing out certain names or whatever, like even some of the young actors or whatever. Now they're saying a young actor and he's more unknown. It's like, oh, you got me. I don't know. So we'll see. Maybe you'll watch like a Netflix show or something. Like, there's a lot of unknowns on Netflix. You watch a Netflix show or something, you see a guy. Like, matter of fact, what's the dude name that played Robb Stark in Game of Thrones? They threw his name out for a while. Remember? What's it, Richard Madden? Yeah, Icarus. Yeah, they threw his name out there. I wasn't mad at that. I wasn't mad at that pick. I wouldn't mind seeing him. But like I said, is he known in y'all opinion? He's known. Okay. He's not really. How old is he? He's not really.
He was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, till season 3 though.
Yeah,
he wasn't Jon Snow.
Jon Snow. What about Jon Snow, Big J?
No, he's already in there.
No, I ain't gonna have him play. So no, you're right. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate it. Appreciate you, man. Listen, we definitely appreciate everybody geeking out with your boy. I know we had a long show today, man, but it was a good one. Listen, if you guys are new to the channel, into geek content, man, y'all in the right place. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning, man, as we have our geek conversations involving movies and television. Also, too, man, if everybody can do us a favor and hit them likes for us today, man, so we can continue to try to build that algorithm to find more geeks like yourselves. Also, too, follow us on Twitter, guys. Follow us on Twitter. We drop different conversations, questions, and all that stuff on there too, man. If you guys want to go over there and conversate with us over there. With all that being said, man, it's your boy Rail. Got my cuz Wiil in the building. We got BA and Big J. It's cuz we geeked, man. We encourage you to stay geeked. And we out, y'all.